Nailed it.
Alliteration.
Nailed it.
A lot of L's. The Lakers trying to avoid catching another L in the thin air of Denver. Pictures, descriptions, and accounts. Nuggets on a 9-game win streak. Michael Malone pulling out all the stops to keep it going.
I haven't washed my underwear in 2 weeks, man. All-Star break killed me on that one. You know, it was too long.
All right, try to
love him.
that image out of your head. There he is. Luka and LeBron playing nicely together. The sweep dime from Doncic to James. Lakers up early. Mid-first. Oh, Luka feeling it from 30-something feet. 16 in the first quarter, more than his average per game as a Laker. Go to the second. The Lakers had a game plan. Smother Nikola Jokic. Every time he got the ball and tried to make a move, here they come. Nothing he could do. A turnover there for Jokic, who took just 7 shots all night. No space to work with. Tries it again. The double team comes and the turnover happens. 6 turnovers on the night for Jokic. And then Doncic and James working well again. The connection up top for LeBron. He had 25 on the night. Lakers up by 8 there. Next possession. Luka had that look in his eye. Pull up 3. Luka ripping some net. Lakers up by 9 at halftime, third quarter. He just stopped hitting iron for a while there. Sidestep 3 got it. Lakers by 11. And then they get a little fancy. Austin Reeves. Wrap around. Bounce pass to LeBron, who hangs around and finishes. Lakers by 9 after the missed foul shot. Fourth quarter. Jokic up. Another turnover. Luka going to take this one for the layup. Lakers by 18 and rolling. And then finally, watch Doncic. You think he wants this shot? Fights through a nugget sandwich here and then off one leg, bang. The streak is over. Michael Malone can do some laundry. Doncic 32 and 10 boards. Lisa Solider spoke to him afterward.
It's fun. I feel like myself a little bit, you know. Playing this game, this was what I love. So I'm just finally, being myself a little bit. So that's why I was smiling the whole game.
There's been so much talk about you fitting in with the Lakers, about you fitting in with LeBron James. Just how were you able to find a rhythm with LeBron tonight?
Yeah, I think we still got a lot of improvement. I just can't play. This is my 4th game. So, chemistry takes time. But you see today, after 3 games, you saw today that it's getting better. So every day is going to get better.
In his best showing as a Laker, Luka had his 89th career game with at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists, the second most by any player aged 25 or younger, behind only the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
Would you please look at this man? There's a little ray of sunshine over there. Perk in the bright yellow. Look, I think that this game, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think that this game may actually be a statement game. You got LeBron and you got Luka. They're both showing up at the same time. What do you like most about this performance?
Hey, Nicole, you be on the phone with some of your friends and your girlfriends, and when y'all get in a deep conversation, you be like, honey, baby. That's one of them ones tonight, right? Listen, this not only was a statement game, it was the most impressive win of the season by the Los Angeles Lakers because they walked into Denver against the best player in the world, a team that had been playing some inspiring basketball, and Luka, trying to find his rhythm, absolutely did that. And they dominated in great fashion. I thought defensively they were all over the place, but that Luka and LeBron connection was something special to see. I never questioned could it fit. I always wondered when was Luka going to get in shape, and it's looking like he's finally getting his legs in front of him. And by the way, J.J. Redick has done an outstanding job with this offense and this defense and as a head coach. Right now, he's a top 10 coach in the NBA.
Listen, if it was actually me on the phone, it would be more like, girl. On the other end, there were a lot of people, and for good reason, who said that the Lakers should be afraid of the Nuggets. But here they are, big win. Did the Lakers finally crack the code that is the Nuggets?
I believe they did. I thought they exposed something tonight. They were on the Denver Nuggets' ass like back pockets, especially Nikola Jokic. All I kept hearing about is what the Lakers are going to do at the center position, and I thought JJ game plan was perfectly executed by the Los Angeles Lakers. They limited his touches. They limited his shot attempts. They sent double teams at him. Jackson Hayes was phenomenal. Rui Hachimura was phenomenal one-on-one. And then on top of that, they made the Denver Nuggets turn and shoot threes and said, you know what, you guys are going to have to beat us from the outside. And if y'all make one, we're still not going to switch up. If y'all make two, we're not going to switch up. And the game plan worked. When you're undermanned and undersized, you have to get scrappy. You have to get down and dirty and go get it out the mud. And that's exactly what the Lakers did to the Denver Nuggets tonight and caused Jokic to have one of his worst nights I done seen in a long time.
You're going to have that sunshine. Will you send some this way? Because we need to melt some ice around here in Connecticut.
I bet.
Perk, thank you.
Thank you.
Has brought the energy this first half.
Oh, yeah. I mean, floaters in the lane, three-point shots. Taking the ball, he looks as aggressive as the best he's looked in the Laker uniform.
Well, he got the swag back. He look like he's confident right now. Look like he belongs. He's fitting out and not fitting in.
He didn't just forget how to play basketball.
Off days help.
It was the Lakers' defense that really inspired you in this first half.
They was like a pack of hyenas. Got dead on their behinds. Look, taking charges, the activities, deflections, crowding the paint, making the Nuggets shoot jump shots. Prime J.J. Redick game planning right there.
Well, J.J. Redick, he did challenge Luka Doncic. He said before this game, I want to see the Luka, the killer is the word he used that we all know is still in there. And Luka Doncic has 19 points in the first half, his most in a game in a Lakers uniform. And the Lakers are up 63-54 at the break. Stephen A., what do you like about this?
Well, what I like about it is that, number one, he's aggressive offensively. He's taken more shot attempts than anybody else. He's made 3 threes. Obviously, this is the kind of Luka we expected to see when he was first acquired by the Los Angeles Lakers. But I'm also seeing LeBron James look absolutely phenomenal. Austin Reeves and others actively involved as well. Dorian Finney-Smith and others. I'm looking at Denver, looking a bit perplexed from the standpoint the Lakers are playing underrated defense in this first half. They've been very aggressive, but also every time Denver has answered, the Lakers have come back with an answer offensively. That's a good sign for the future.
It's so interesting. The history of these two teams is the Lakers get up about 10, 15, even at the half. We've seen this 14, 10, however many times, and then the Nuggets go, all right, let's just start executing. The Lakers have 23 points off 12 turnovers for in the first half for Denver, and Denver has 2 points off 3 Lakers turnovers. That's discipline on the Lakers side, and that is coaching, and that is the Lakers being locked in. But Denver, this is not characteristic of what they've done in the last 10 games. So I expect Denver to start playing better. I don't know if they're going to win the game, but they're not going to keep turning the ball over.
I just want to see Denver come back and then see if the Lakers answer offensively, which would be different.
Because Denver's not. Denver will make a game of this.
Yeah. Right.
The Lakers withstand it.
We keep talking about this 14-game stretch in which the Nuggets have won 13 of them. 8 of those games have gone to clutch time. The Nuggets have won all 8 of those games.
Well, it's a dangerous thing to be, flirting with that when you're dealing with LeBron and Luka. But again, J.J. Redick game plan. Again, I talked about this before the game started. What he did to Karl Anthony Towns when they played the Knicks, he's doing it to Jokic. Jokic has 4 shot attempts right now. That's the game plan. We're going to crowd the paint. We're going to trap them. We're going to make the others beat us. And right now, it's working in the Lakers' favor.
But you can't think that that's going to keep up when you're talking about Nikola.
We'll see. Right? We'll see.
What would you bet on that?
I got the Lakers covered in the second half. Winner.
Luka to LeBron James. That's the connection that LA fans have been wanting to see.
Why should I believe otherwise?
3 guys to average 27-7 and 4 of the 7 all-time triple-double leaders in league history. The list goes on and on. So let's get right to it here on NBA Countdown and take a look at some impact pairings presented by Papa John's. Tonight, it'll mark the 4th game Luka and LeBron have played together. Things got off to a fast start in their debut when they defeated the Jazz here. The Lakers were a +17 when LeBron and Luka shared the floor together. But the next 2 games, they didn't go quite as smoothly. LA lost to Utah and Charlotte, who are both trending toward having top 5 picks this summer. Luka had as many turnovers as shots in those 2 losses. On Thursday, however, the Lakers got back on track, a win over the Trailblazers. Without Luka, LeBron became the first player with multiple 40-point games at age 40 or older all time. But it all needs to mesh and blend together. It's been a little bit up and down here, Stephen A. Early return still, but what needs to happen for Luka and LeBron LeBron to find success here, sustained success?
Well, the first order of business is for him to get healthy and to get in some kind of basketball shape, because clearly he is not. We know that he's only played 3 games since Christmas Day, and this is a man that was out of shape when he was playing regularly. So imagine how out of shape he is now, considering that reality that we face when it comes to him. We know that he's a superstar caliber player. We know what he can do. We know that because of their basketball IQ, collaborating together, they'll figure out whatever they need to figure out, but it starts with him being available. The best ability is availability.
Bob, you obviously have been at the helm of teams that have multiple superstars here, like the Lakers are trying to do with LeBron and Luka. Does it take a star maybe taking a back seat? Someone needs to help the other assimilate?
Yeah, it does. I mean, look at Miami when they had Wade and LeBron and Bosh, and they stumbled out of the gates. Everybody overreacted when Curry and Durant had to figure it out together. Kyrie and Luka last year, they didn't make the play-in. They didn't make the play-in, nothing, out of the playoffs. I think they're going to figure it out, Malika. The question is, can they figure it out in time for this season? And LeBron doesn't have 5 more seasons to go. Everybody says he's going to play next year. That's great for us, great for the game. He doesn't want to forego this season. So if you're a Lakers fan, if you're in that organization, you're saying, we want to compete this year, but that's hard when you put 2 stars together. Talking to Rob Pelinka, the Lakers GM, he said Luka has been a fantastic teammate thus far. He's focused on his teammates. Sometimes you can overdo that, but he's also showed great discipline. A lot of the conversation out of Dallas when he got moved was he didn't work hard. That's not what I'm hearing from talking to them. He's putting all the work in.
Well, I mean, he don't have a choice. He don't have a choice but to work hard, right? Because when you think that something can't happen to you and it happens to you, then all of a sudden it's a wake-up call for Luka Doncic. And you're right, we honestly can't answer this question until Luka get in basketball shape, until he get in shape and have some level of accountability. Now, it got me thinking, right? What did Nico Harrison see behind the scenes that made him say, this can't work with Luka? Right? A guy that not only is the general manager and running things for the Dallas Mavericks, but a man that also worked at Nike for years.
19 years.
Been around Kobe Bryant, been around LeBron James.
Jordan.
Been around Jordan. Yep. So he knows greatness, and he knows what...
You know what... You're wondering what he thought. You know what he thought. They kind of said what they thought the problem was.
I know that. So now this is on Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss and the Los Angeles Lakers. The question is, who's going to hold them accountable? Is it going to be Magic Johnson? Is it going to be James Worthy? Is it going to be Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss? Who is Luka going to listen to? Until we see some action take place and him get into shape, we honestly can't answer this question.
I want to say this real quick. This is absolutely positively no knock against Luka Doncic. I'm not talking about him right now. I'm not talking to him. I don't want to hear a damn word about all of this stuff about how he's working hard. Stop. The kiss and the tushes, and then stop it already. He just got there, okay? He hasn't even had an opportunity to pass gas. I don't want to hear anything about that as of yet. He got to get back on the court. He's got to get healthy. Let's see what he does. When the Lakers want to jump out and say he's working hard, I mean, he's giving all his. What would you say? Would you tell us if he wasn't? Would you sit up there after just acquiring him in a trade where you trade away Anthony Davis? Would the Lakers come on national television and say, you know what, we don't like his work ethic? Would you say that already? Of course you wouldn't. So stop it. Let him get healthy again, get back on the court, and then we'll see.
But in fairness, I do want to get some details on exactly what it is that he is doing right now as we bring in our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, what more can you tell us about how Luka is trying to integrate himself with L.A.?
Look, the integration has been a lot around his leadership and also working through the most significant injury of his NBA career, the 1.5 months that he missed with a calf strain. And in talking to people in that Lakers organization, in the front office, they've been impressed with how he's been able to try to learn about his teammates on the fly. They feel like he's very LeBron James-esque in the way he's tried to really get to know his teammates. He wants to make them better. I know what Stephen A. said about his work ethic and what everyone at the desk is saying about his work ethic, but listen, he has been putting in daily work on the court, in the weight room, even to the point where he went to Cabo over All-Star break, and sources told me he worked with Scott Brooks every single day while he was there. The Lakers found him a gym, a facility to work out in, and he did that. Listen, guys, his work regimen, his work ethic, and leadership, those are the 2 attributes that are going to signify his Lakers era in L.A., and we're going to see it on display starting again tonight.
So working out with Scott Brooks, the Lakers assistant coach. Shams, thank you.
Nobody said a word about his work ethic. We're saying for the Los Angeles Lakers, We don't want to hear you talking about that as of yet because he just got there, Shams. So when I'm thinking about Rob Pelinka, I'm not talking about Luka. I'm sure Luka's working. I'm sure he's trying to get himself in shape. I'm sure he wants to get out on the basketball court with LeBron James and show his skill sets. I'm saying that Rob Pelinka and the Los Angeles Lakers, he just got there. It ain't like he would tell us if he wasn't working hard. So just stop it. Let's see him play on the court, and it'll be the judge.
At the end of the day, we're talking about a star who the only players in NBA history who have averaged more points in the season are Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah. That is the type of star that the Lakers can get in Luka Doncic once he fully recovers. But they're going to have their hands full regardless tonight. And not just because they've dropped 13 of their last 14 against Denver here. The Nuggets have been on a roll as they seek their 10th straight win, which would be the longest in the Nikola Jokic era. Their last 7 wins have come by double digits, the longest streak in Nuggets history. And Denver's offense has been thriving the entire season. Stephen A, get this, right? Denver averaging the second most assists per game in a season in NBA history and the most since the Showtime Lakers when they were led by Magic Johnson in 84-85 there. And this Nuggets team has been led by another 3-time MVP in Jokic, who is having possibly the best season of his career, averaging career highs in points, assists, also shooting 45% from beyond the arc. So the Nuggets, they were the 9 seed in December. But, Stephen, what have they proven to you in this turnaround that's catapulted them all the way up to second in the West?
Well, listen, I'm just looking at it from the standpoint. We're talking about the Denver Nuggets, right? This is what we're talking about here. Have you seen Jokic and what this brother has been doing? Have you seen Jamal Murray over the last month and what this brother has been doing? I'm looking at both of them now in their winning streak, 9 games. Jokic is shooting 60%, 62% from the field, averaging 30. Jamal Murray's averaging 27 on 56% shooting. When those two brothers get it together, when they are clicking, the Denver Nuggets are a championship team. It's just that simple. You look at them and you say, who can't they beat? You know there's some teams that could take them, but you also know you can't definitively say there's a team they can't beat when Jamal Murray and Jokic together are on their game.
And you're right. And it's that guy right there. It's Jamal Murray, really. I mean, Jokic is going to do what Jokic does. And he's been doing it for a lot of years. And I expect done in the last 10 games. So I expect Denver to start playing better. I don't know if they're going to win the game, but they're not going to keep turning the ball over.
I just want to see Denver come back and then see if the Lakers answer offensively, which would be different.
Because Denver's not. Denver will make a game of this.
Yeah. Right.
The Lakers withstand it.
We keep talking about this 14-game stretch in which the Nuggets have won 13 of them. 8 of those games have gone to clutch time. The Nuggets have won all 8 of those games.
Well, it's a dangerous thing to be, flirting with that when you're dealing with LeBron and Luka. But again, J.J. Redick game plan. Again, I talked about this before the game started. What he did to Karl Anthony Towns when they played the Knicks, he's doing it to Jokic. Jokic has 4 shot attempts right now. That's the game plan. We're going to crowd the paint. We're going to trap them. We're going to make the others beat us. And right now, it's working in the Lakers' favor.
But you can't think that that's going to keep up when you're talking about Nikola Jokic.
We'll see. Right? We'll see.
What would you bet on that?
I got the Lakers covered in the second half. Winner.
Luka to LeBron James. That's the connection that LA fans have been wanting to see.
Why should I believe otherwise?
3 guys to average 27-7 and 4 of the 7 all-time triple-double leaders in league history. The list goes on and on. So let's get right to it here on NBA Countdown and take a look at some impact pairings presented by Papa John's. Tonight, it'll mark the 4th game Luka and LeBron have played together. Things got off to a fast start in their debut when they defeated the Jazz here. The Lakers were a plus 17 when LeBron and Luka shared the floor together.
Under the bright lights of Denver, the Los Angeles Lakers stepped onto the hardwood with a clear mission: avoid another loss in the thin air of Ball Arena and put an end to the Denver Nuggets' 9-game winning streak. The stakes were high, and the reigning champions weren't going to make it easy. Head coach Michael Malone had done everything in his power to keep Denver's momentum alive, even resorting to superstitious rituals, some less appealing than others. But despite his best efforts, the Lakers were the ones dictating the terms of engagement. From the opening tip, the energy was electric. Luka Doncic, still acclimating to his role in Los Angeles, wasted no time asserting himself. The Slovenian superstar came out firing, draining a deep three from well beyond the arc, signaling that he was locked in. He dropped 16 points in the first quarter alone, more than his current scoring average since joining the Lakers. The early aggression set the tone, but the real battle lay ahead. The Lakers devised a clear defensive blueprint: suffocate Nikola Jokic. Every time the two-time MVP touched the ball, purple and gold jerseys swarmed him. The result? A frustrated Jokic, limited to just 7 shot attempts all night, coughed up 6 turnovers. It was a defensive masterclass that forced Denver's supporting cast to step up, a gamble that ultimately paid off for Los Angeles. On the other end, Doncic and LeBron James showcased a growing chemistry that had Lakers fans buzzing. The connection was undeniable, whether it was Doncic finding James with pinpoint passes or LeBron returning the favor with his signature court vision. A perfectly executed alley-oop from James to Doncic pushed the Lakers' lead to 8. Moments later, Luka pulled up from deep again, nothing but net. By halftime, Los Angeles held a 9-point advantage, leaving Denver searching for answers. The third quarter saw the Lakers stretch their lead further, with Doncic in complete command. Step-back threes, effortless mid-range jumpers, and crafty drives. Everything was falling. When Austin Reeves wrapped a dazzling bounce pass to LeBron for a high-flying finish, it became clear the Lakers weren't just winning, they were making a statement. Denver, known for their second-half resilience, attempted to mount a comeback. But every time they inched closer, the Lakers had an answer. More turnovers from Jokic, more highlights from Doncic, and by the fourth quarter, the Nuggets were reeling. A crucial moment came when Doncic, fighting through a wall of Denver defenders, buried a signature one-legged fadeaway, sealing the victory and sending a clear message to the league: the Lakers are figuring things out. After the game, Doncic was all smiles. "I feel like myself again," he admitted. "I love playing this game, and I'm just happy to be out there doing what I do best." The win not only snapped Denver's streak but also served as Doncic's most dominant performance in a Lakers uniform, his 89th career game with at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's rarefied air, second only to Oscar Robertson among players 25 and younger. The victory sparked a broader conversation. Was this the defining game of the Lakers' season? Former players turned analysts didn't hesitate to call it a turning point. "This wasn't just a win," Kendrick Perkins declared. "This was a statement." They walked into Denver against the best player in the world and dominated. The defensive intensity, the chemistry between Luka and LeBron, it was all there. But beyond the box score, the Lakers exposed a potential flaw in the Nuggets' armor. They forced Denver out of their comfort zone, made them live and die by the three, and cut off Jokic's usual passing lanes. It was a game plan executed to perfection, one that could serve as a blueprint for future matchups. Despite the triumph, questions still lingered. The Lakers' season has been an up-and-down affair, and consistency remains their biggest hurdle. The Luka-LeBron partnership is still in its infancy, and as analysts pointed out, their long-term success depends on Doncic's conditioning and adaptability. "Chemistry takes time," Doncic admitted post-game. "But you saw tonight, it's getting better." For Denver, the loss was a gut check. Their 9-game run had been impressive, but the Lakers exposed vulnerabilities. Jokic, despite his MVP-caliber season, was neutralized. Jamal Murray, a key playoff performer, will need to elevate his game when it matters most. And as the Nuggets fight for Western Conference supremacy, this defeat serves as a reminder: the road to a repeat won't be easy. As the dust settled, one thing became clear. If the Lakers can replicate this level of intensity, if Doncic continues to find his groove, and if LeBron keeps defying Father Time, then the Western Conference playoff picture just got a whole lot more interesting.